Brace yourselves, folks, because Keir Starmer just dropped a council tax bombshell on UK households. If you thought the cost of living crisis couldn't get any worse, think again. The latest council tax hike is here, and it's hitting your wallet hard. So, what's the deal? Who's responsible? And is there any way out of this mess? Let's break it down. The numbers don't lie. The average Band D council tax bill in England is set to rise by a staggering 5%. That's an extra £109 a year. In 2021, the average bill was £1,898. Now, a whopping £2,280. And here's the kicker. Keir Starmer promised back in 2023 that he'd freeze council tax if Labour took power. But instead, it's skyrocketing. So what happened? Labour supporters might say, well, it's not all Starmer's fault. But critics, especially the Conservatives, are calling this a day of shame for the Labour government. A spokesperson slammed Starmer, saying taxes are only going one way under his leadership. And let's be honest, when you open that bill, do you really care whose fault it is? All you know is you're paying more. But wait, it's not just about the increase. Where you live makes a massive difference. If you're in Wandsworth, South London, your Band D bill is around £998. Meanwhile, in Rutland, East Midlands, a painful £2,671. That's more than double. And if you live in the Northeast, get ready. Your average bill is 18% higher than in London. Fair? I'll let you decide. And let's not forget who gets hit hardest. Pensioners, low-income families, and struggling households. Caroline Abrahams from Age UK warns that this tax hike is just another nail in the coffin for older people already battling soaring prices. The cost of living crisis might not be front-page news anymore, but it's far from over for those feeling the squeeze. So why is this happening? The government says it's because of funding gaps left by the previous administration. Labour argues that councils have been left with no choice but to raise taxes. Meanwhile, the Conservatives say Labour's job tax hikes are forcing councils to pass the costs on to you. Who's telling the truth? Well, one thing's clear. You're paying the price, no matter who's to blame. People are furious, and rightfully so. Elliot Keck from the Taxpayers Alliance says councils have failed to improve standards while increasing bills. And Maxwell Marlowe from the Adam Smith Institute says this hike was inevitable, thanks to years of mismanagement. So, what's the solution? Some say councils need a complete financial overhaul. Others argue that the private sector could do a better job. But while politicians debate, your bank balance takes the hit. So what can you do? Well, not much, unless you vote differently in the next election. But until then, the taxman is coming, and he's taking more than ever. Let us know in the comments. Are you feeling the pressure? Do you think Labour is to blame, or is this just another political blame game? And while you're at it, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this isn't the last time your wallet is under attack.